Hi, I'm Mark Randall. I'm the president and lead technologist of Terminal Reality, and I'm going to show you some of the technology behind the Ghostbusters video game. This is a scene outside the New York Public Library. Of course, the Ghostbusters came here in the first movie, and if you remember from that movie, they were less than successful at capturing the Grey Lady Ghost. So in the Ghostbusters video game, you may get another visit to try to finish that job. You can see here the outside lighting in the Infernal Engine. The Infernal Engine is the technology we use to create the Ghostbusters video game. The Infernal Engine is created in-house at Terminal Reality. Here I'm going to climb up the stairs of the New York Public Library now so you can get a better view of what's going on in the city. You can see all the crowds, the trees. Pretty much, as far as the eye can see, we can render. So there's no limitations now on the amount of visibility we can have in this game. I'm going to go inside here now so you can see, look at some of the indoor lighting. Notice that there was a smooth transition from inside to outside. You can see the light glows coming through, light rays. I'm going to walk up the stairs now and show you the proton beam. Of course, it wouldn't be a Ghostbusters game without the proton beam. Anything you shoot in the Ghostbusters game will react to where I actually hit it. In this case, I sliced a statue purely in half where I shot. You can really see a good look now at the environment. The outside is still there. You can really get a good idea now of what radiosity lighting looks like. Radiosity lighting, we also have real-time lighting too. Radiosity lighting is when we take lights that are baked into the scene and we ray trace what happens. So lights are bounced from light to surface until we get a really realistic looking picture. So this is the reading room of the New York Public Library. It's filled with about 2,000 physics objects. Now this is not going to be a good demo if I just go around and kind of shoot them. That'd be kind of boring. So I'm going to do a few things to make this a little bit more exciting. So I'm going to walk over here and put on a few triggers. And this is going to drop 30 and now another 20 ragdolls into the environment. So we have 50 ragdolls in the environment. Now it'll be a little bit more fun to blow this stuff up. What this is showing off is it's showing off the real delicate interactions between ragdolls and surfaces in the Infernal Engine. The physics are really stable, as you can see. You have really delicate interactions. I can blow something up and things go flying realistically. Of course, Ghostbusters is a family game. It's going to be teen rated, and there aren't going to be dead bodies in the game, but you can get a good idea of what the physics engine is capable of. So let me drop a car under the environment now and demonstrate one of the new pieces of equipment you'll have in the Ghostbusters video game. This is called the slime tether. What the slime tether does is it enables you to manipulate objects in your environment. So yeah, it's great to have all this physics in your game, but if you can't do something with it, then what's the point? So in the Ghostbusters video game, we take physics to the next level, and we actually have you solve physical puzzles in the environment by using the slime tether and other items in the environment to be able to move things out of the way, open doors, what have you, to continue your progress in the video game. So physics gameplay is what we're trying to achieve here. Of course, this is just a demonstration of the technology, but you can get an idea of what we're trying to achieve in this game. So let me drop a few more items in here. Let me drop a couple more cars. Let me drop a couple more cars, and let me drop some people on top of them. So what this is demonstrating is the physics technology of Ghostbusters, and pretty much why the decision was made to develop our own physics technology rather than use a licensed solution. We're able to have interactions of heavy objects on top of light objects on top of heavy objects, and this is something that other physics engines weren't capable of at the time we started to do this video game, so that's one of the major reasons why we decided to write our own physics technology. So I've tethered some cars together and blow everything up. So when we started this, we had 2,000 objects in the environment. Now we have 4,000 objects. So you can see everything's still here, nothing's disappeared, everything's destructible. I'm going to take out the Meson Collider. It's one of the most powerful pieces of equipment you'll use in the Ghostbusters video game. Now just go to town on some of these objects. Everything is still destructible, everything's still fluid, and you can still interact with everything, and all this is running real time through capture on my PlayStation 3. This is Mark Randall. I'm the president and lead technologist of Terminal Reality. This is a physics demonstration of the capabilities of the Infernal Engine. Infernal Engine is capable of simulating hundreds, if not thousands, of physics objects simultaneously. This is a demonstration of 500 objects falling stably in a pile. Notice that the player can shoot them, interact with them without any jitter or any weird side effects. Now I'm going to drop 1,000 objects into the environment, and you'll see that there's absolutely no slowdown when I do this. So now we have pretty much 1,000 objects filling a real game environment, so I'm going to turn on the gravity shift here. The gravity shift takes the room and tilts it back and forth, much like being on a sailing ship. So I'm going to see if I can climb up these stairs and get a better vantage point. Of course, you could see some gameplay possibilities out of this. So let's see if I can get up to the top here. You can watch as literally 1,000 objects are flying back and forth in the environment. And notice that all the objects are self-shadowed, and there's absolutely no slowdown whatsoever. Hi, I'm Mark Randall. I'm the president and lead technologist of Terminal Reality, and I'm going to show you some of the technology behind the Ghostbusters video game. What I'm going to demonstrate now is the crowd technology in the video game Ghostbusters. You'll see a couple stone angels will bust through the doors of the church. They grabbed a few people and are flying off in the air, and that has caused a mass panic. So now we are seeing people, we have 200 people here currently, running out of the church in what we call a herding algorithm. Herding is where one person decides to run and go in a place, and then the next person follows the person in front of them, and so on and so on. So you see these people now have running out, half to the left, half to the right, and they decided to run and pile out into the street. What sets our crowd technology apart from other ones is that every person has individual AI. These people see the Ghostbuster now, they're calmed down, but then Slimer appears, and some of the people start to get scared and run away again. Slimer slimes me, and some people are still there to watch, so let's see if I can capture Slimer now. All right, I got him caught in my proton beam. Let me slam him on the ground to stun him, throw out my trap, and let's see if we can reel him in. There we go, we've caught Slimer again. So you can see some people have stayed around to watch me. Let's see if we can create more destruction in the environment and get the rest of the people to run out and run away, scared of that megawatt proton beam strapped upon my back. So this is about 200 people, but it's not enough to simulate realistic crowds we need for Ghostbusters. After all, this is New York City. So now let me show you what happens when we put 1,000 people in the environment. In order to put 1,000 people in the environment, I actually had to put them all in the streets. So as far side to side, as far as the eye can see, it's 1,000 people filling all the streets. So you can see everybody here has individual AI. You can push and shove. So I'll run down the street, and we'll see what happens if now 1,000 people have to panic and run away from something. In this case, the Stay Puft Marshmallow Man has come back and is terrorizing the streets of New York again. You see what 1,000 people looks like fleeing the scene as I turn away. Everybody has their own pathfinding. Everybody has their own AI. So crowds are really, really important in the Ghostbusters video game, obviously. There's one scene in the video game that takes place in the Thanksgiving Day parade. So you can see why we had to create this crowd technology for the game.